Chris Colfer.
Hi.
You had a dream.
I did.
And your hair was so perfect.
Oh, thank
that
you.
it came true.
It
in Sandyland.
When you wish upon a pompadour. Yes.
You really have got that thing working this morning. You have beautiful hair.
Thank you. I have help with it, so thank you.
Do you have a stylist with you?
I do. Not with me, no.
They just spray it up?
They spray it and tell where to go.
What's it look like when you wake up in the morning?
It's much taller, and it kind of looks like I've been electrocuted.
Oh, so it rises as you
rises,
sleep.
yeah.
Wait a minute, let me see your finger. What did you do to your finger?
Oh, I actually was just signing books, and when I sign things, I put a bandage around my finger so I don't get a blister.
Well, wait a minute. Let me. How do you hold? Show me how you hold a pen. Because that's your fourth finger.
Yeah, I've always held it like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, because mine would never touch my fourth finger.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Where did you learn to write?
I don't know. Good question. I'm second guessing my whole education.
Maybe it's just your thing. I don't know. It's what works for you. I've learned so much about Chris Colfer within the first minute of having him in Sandyland. And now you're going to learn even more. He has a fabulous new book that was just released just the other day.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Fan fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this based at all on your experiences coming off of your hit show Glee and all the other work that you've been doing in the past few years?
Oh, of course. Of course.
What's the craziest fan situation you've ever had in your young career?
Nothing beats Sign My Baby.
Sign My Baby.
Sign My Baby. Yeah, an infant or a toddler was plopped onto a table of one of my book signings, and the mom said, "Please sign my baby."
Where did the mother want you to sign the baby?
I didn't ask, so I just signed the forehead. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I didn't.
Something indelible.
It's something.
Actually,
yeah.
You had your tattoo artist come and say, "Fuck you! Here, I'm tattooing my name on your baby's head.
Right.
Live with it."
Like a Cabbage Patch doll.
Crazy bitch. And then she ran away screaming.
Yeah, I think it wasn't her actual child. So.
Oh, so she could feel a little more relaxed about poisoning with some sort of like indelible ink that was going to sink in.
Right.
This is crazy.
It was pretty nuts. Yeah, I've had some doozies.
How old were you when they cast you on Glee?
I was 18. I had just graduated high school in June of 2008, and then we started shooting in September.
Wow. Mm-hmm. How many years was it on? 8 years?
It was on, the show's on 6 years, but that was about
just
8 years
felt
ago.
like 8.
Yeah, it definitely felt like 8, especially because we shot the pilot so early before we began shooting it.
Where did you grow up?
Clovis, California.
Where's Clovis?
Do you know where Fresno is?
Sure.
It's a suburb of Fresno.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're of the I don't know, what's your generation? Are you a millennial?
I think I'm a millennial. Yeah, I think technically born in 90, so I think that qualifies me as a millennial.
So you're 27. You'll be 27.
27. Oh yeah, I'll be 27 in May.
I saw that May 27th.
What's that?
May 27th? A Gemini.
Are you Gemini as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A lot of Geminis.
Yeah.
More Geminis than any other sign.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Use a support group. Yes. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
I'm not going to wear these. I had my headphones on. But because Chris's pompadour is so high, he didn't want to bring it down.
I'm not allowed. Yeah, it makes a dent in it.
Yeah, but now and now I'm deaf. I can barely hear you. But it's better this way. It's more intimate in a certain way.
Yeah.
So tell me the process of writing a book for you. Is this your second or third book?
It's actually my 11th.
11th?
Yeah. 11th. It's my 10th novel, but 11th book.
Well, you just churn it out.
I'm like a machine. Yeah.
So what's your writing schedule like?
I really don't have a schedule. I write at night because I find it so much easier to kind of channel everything, and it's quiet and no one bothers you. I used to force it out of myself until I was, painfully blue in the face, but now I just kind of let it come to me, which is a lot easier when it does come to me.
What has there been a running theme in all of your writing, or are all the books different?
I have a children's series called The Land of Stories, and there's 5 of that, and then there's a bunch of little spin-off novels and books to that, and then I have another YA novel called Struck by Lightning, which was based on a film that I did, and this is my second YA novel.
Great. So this will appeal to kids that are 15, 16 years old?
I think so. I think anyone who has been a fan of anything, or anyone who has ever had fans, would really like this book. But if you don't fall in those categories, maybe not.
Were you ever a fan of anybody?
Oh,
when
well,
you were
yours. I was a huge fan of yours when I was younger. I loved Roseanne. That was like I loved that. I was a huge fan of Xena Warrior Princess. I used to write fan fiction about Xena Warrior Princess.
So it is possible that you are a lesbian.
Yeah, oh, yes, absolutely. If not in this life, in past life. Yeah. What else? Yeah. I think those are my two big ones.
I'm flattered.
Yeah.
I wish I had the power of Xena.
Oh, me too.
Don't we all?
I wish I could throw a chakram at a rope and start a fire.
Is that part of what she was good at?
Oh yeah.
I never got into Xena.
Yeah. Never?
No. Yeah, it was a little. I don't know. When you're at certain different junctures in your life, either you're like you're starting to work, or you're raising your kid, or there's something going on, and you just kind of. Now, my daughter was a huge fan of Glee.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I mean, I was too, but it was fun to see her absorbed in it and enjoying the all the musical numbers. And what were some of your favorite pieces musically that you got to perform? Because I mean, there's a lot of stuff that people were not familiar with that show introduced a whole new generation to.
Yeah, I loved being able to sing the big power ballads from Gypsy and Sunset Boulevard, and because my voice naturally just kind of fits into that key. And
what is your range?
I've never really tested it. I can go pretty high and I can go pretty low. And
good enough.
Whether or not I'm sick or not dictates which way it goes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I've been able to hit a high A. I think I don't know. It's kind of like math to me. I don't really quite understand it.
You don't need to. It's okay.
Yeah.
You either can do it or you can't.
Right.
Now, have you done any Broadway musicals?
I haven't. No.
Do you want to?
I do. I'm not in a rush. I do. I think I'm going to start with a play, maybe.
A more dramatic turn.
Maybe more comedic thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has anything come along your reading interest?
Yeah, a lot of stuff comes. There's something I really, really want to write for myself. So we'll see how that goes. But a lot of stuff comes my way. But I really want to. I want to be respectful of the Broadway community. I don't want to just do something, for the hell of it. And I don't know if I want to do something that bills me first.
I think that's smart. I think it's good to be part of an ensemble.
Yeah.
And more and more, that seems to be the kinds of shows that people enjoy going to see. Where there's some shows have 10 big stars in them now. I mean, it's amazing.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, which it is. It takes the pressure off somebody. I can understand that completely. So, are you based in L.A.?
I'm in L.A. Yes.
Yeah. What's your life like in L.A.?
Pretty quiet, really. It's I Glee ended 2 years ago, and so now I'm really enjoying the life and schedule of a writer. Just making up my own schedule and wearing pajamas constantly.
Isn't that the best?
It's the best. It's really hard to go back to something after experiencing that.
I know. Do you have a house or an apartment?
I have a house. Yeah.
Nice. And are you a cook?
No. There's not a kitchen that I couldn't burn down. I wish I could cook, but I can't.
No interest.
I love delivering food. That's my version of cooking.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand. If when you're young and busy, cooking isn't always the first option.
It's more just I don't have the motor skills to properly do it.
Okay.
I just things go everywhere. Flames.
You should
start.
take a basic class, just to learn how to
It'd be dangerous for the other students.
No,
yeah. I will.
You could get the hang of it.
If they have really good insurance policy, then maybe I'll consider it.
That sounds good. Who are some of your good friends in LA? And are there people not in the business, or just a mix of all kinds of people?
Yeah, I have a mix. Yeah, which is nice. It's really nice not to have friends in the industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I've got friends that are studio executives. I got friends that are struggling actors.
That's very convenient for you.
It is nice. I got friends that are that are teachers. I got friends that are psychics. I got friends that are on my team. Yeah.
Well, you brought 5 very nice people in here with you today.
Thank you. Yeah, they're good looking, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a nice, very calm crowd. Nobody looks like they're needy or
Well, then a drink or two later, and we start spilling secrets.
So, did you all fly in from LA together?
No, just that's my boyfriend Will. He just he and I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I didn't even want to pry into that side of your life. But so you have a boyfriend?
Yeah, right there.
Will, do you cook?
Yes.
Well, no, honey, you kept that conveniently hidden.
Well, I don't want to give him too much credit.
Okay, I like that. Will's getting absolutely no press whatsoever here. Here, Will, step up to the microphone. He won't? Oh. They're controlling the whole image and excuse me.
I don't want to be upstaged by my boyfriend. He's very smart, and I don't want anyone to think I'm an idiot.
Just one more question. What does Will do? I'll ask you.
He's a screenwriter.
Okay. So there's a lot of writing going on.
There's a lot of writing, yeah.
That's fun. A lot of pajamas, a lot of hanging out, a lot of ordering in.
A lot of ordering when he doesn't cook.
A lot of ordering around.
But, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, so you're sort of just settled into your life. You're 27. You'll be 27. You're super young, and you've got your life just sort of like set. Do you ever get bored?
Oh yeah, constantly. But I mean, I work so much that I don't really have the right to be bored. But it's nice. I mean, it's really nice. I can't complain. I really enjoy it.
Do you like to travel?
Love to travel.
Where do you like to go?
Places where they didn't show Glee. Honestly,
for instance,
I hope that doesn't sound bad, but like I've been to Germany recently.
They didn't show Glee in Germany.
I don't believe so. Yeah,
really?
I don't think so.
Surprised. That seems like a real Germanic sort of show.
It was huge in the UK and France. But yeah, no, it was really. And I understand that there are many different opinions about Glee and what it was, but it really was very, very popular at one point. We were kind of like the Beatles for a second there, and so it is really, really nice to go to a place where you can just walk down the street and not have to worry about anything.
What about the other cast members? Have you stayed friends with them?
Dot Marie Jones, I love.
Dot Marie Jones was where I met Dot Marie Jones.
No, where'd you guys meet?
At the Gold's Gym in North Hollywood in 1989.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and she was my masseuse for years.
Oh right, and was she in the American Gladiators at the time?
Yes,
yeah.
And she did an episode of Roseanne, and she lived near me, and she used to live on a street called Ben. We used to say Dot on Ben, and I lived on Blix in North Hollywood between Kling and Klump.
Kling and Klump.
Yeah,
nice.
With a K.
Kling Klump. They sound like gay bars.
Yeah. So they were like gay bars. Anyway, so Dot is still a good friend of mine.
Dot, yeah, good. Yeah, you guys see each other occasionally?
We do.
Good.
Yeah.
Have you seen her pigs?
I've only seen them on Instagram.
Yeah, they're adorable. And she's got them trained too.
Well, she would.
Yeah.
And she's a builder. Dot knows how to build.
Yeah. She's remodeled half the house.
Fences and kitchens and.
Yeah.
Dot's a force of nature.
Yes, I agree. I love her so much.
She played Coach Beast.
Yes,
for those of you who are like, you're not sure who Dot Marie Jones is.
Yeah, and she and I became fast family. And she's the biggest heart in the world.
Yeah, she's a lovely person. Yeah. She'll take care of you, which everybody needs.
Yeah.
And what about the rest of the gang?
I'm really my best friend is Ashley Fink, who played Lauren on the show for a season, and I see her constantly. She's like my sister.
Nice.
I'm really close with Amber Riley, who played Mercedes.
Yeah.
I was close with I haven't seen Jane Lynch in a while, but she's my neighbor.
She came in Sandyland.
Oh,
Jane.
good. Yeah, she's always.
She's still like she's doing all kinds of kind of jazz-esque.
She is, and if you get a chance, go see it because it's hysterical. Yeah,
I'm sure
she does like stripped down versions of like Nicki Minaj songs. It's hysterical.
Yeah, well, she brought it all in here.
Oh, good,
in Sandyland, and we had a good time.
Yeah,
take a break. Oh, good. I wasn't sure you were over there. We were all just sometimes we have to take breaks. I don't want to take a break. I'm loving it. So now. A little bit of gossip. Did was there competition between some of the people on the show? Was there sort of an attitude?
I have to say, I think I was very. There was, of course. I mean, how could there not be in that kind of environment where the characters are all competing for the spotlight, and so it kind of naturally blends into the background.
Yeah.
But I think I was really fortunate where I was kind of in my own world half the time that I didn't quite. Just the way that the material was and just who I was as a person, and I never really got wrapped up in any of it.
That's great. So you had like a whole other outlet with your writing too.
I also wasn't invited to anything, so I was.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, I was probably because I was so young when it first started, and everyone was already in their late 20s. That I was the baby brother.
Oh, so everybody was much older than you were. Actually, one of the only people who was believably age appropriate.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, I was the baby brother on the set. I was never anyone's enemy.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so we're done with that. Glee is over. It's out of our, lives. They're not going to do a movie or anything.
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
It's had its day. People are done with that shit. They've moved past it.
Yeah.
You know how that, but seriously, like there's pockets in, culture, and then, they get filled up, and then people just
move on
from
right.
there.
And I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's the natural way things should be.
What else is happening with your acting right now?
Okay.
I don't really care. But
I did.
No, and what I mean by that is no pressure, because it doesn't really matter what you're doing. You're here. People know who you are. So if you want to talk about something that's happening, you can. If not, just save now. I don't want to talk about
it. Hey, if I can plug something, I'll plug anything. Let's see. I did a Netflix show with Julie Andrews, which was fantastic.
That's worth talking about.
Oh, so wonderful.
What was that?
It was called
What is that?
Julie's Green Room. It's basically like Sesame Street, but for the performing arts.
Oh, fun!
So yeah, I came on and I taught the episode about writing. So that was
great.
And I got to sing with Julie Andrews. I mean, what's better than that?
When are these airing?
I think they're airing in March sometime.
Okay,
I think I'm in episode
I'll keep my eye out
2.
for that. Who doesn't love Julie
Andrews?
I
know.
She's a classic.
International treasure.
She is.
Yeah, and she's got the best stories too.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
of course she does.
Let's see what else. I might be doing I might be writing a show and starring in it called Indigo.
I read about that. Is that based on the Indigo children?
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
It is based on them. Yeah.
Have you encountered any Indigo children?
My whole life. Yeah.
And what are some of the characteristics of an Indigo child?
Well, I think it just depends. I mean, sometimes they're very, very practical ability. Sometimes they're a little paranormal. I grew up with a sister with special needs, and she was called things like disabled and handicapped her whole life, and when she could not be further from that.
Of course.
She's capable of so many incredible things. I just think people just don't appreciate quite yet.
Yes.
And through her, I've met all her friends at school, and I've seen kids that are able to walk into a room for a minute and walk out and tell you how many screws there were in the room. Like just incredible things. And so I really wanted to write a show that kind of celebrates that. And
I love that.
Yeah, and entertains kids like that.
That's so cool. Good for you.
Thanks. I'm excited. I hope it. I'm developing it with Sonar Entertainment right now, and hopefully we find a home for it.
Good. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed on that. That's amazing. So, are you on a tour with Stranger Than Fan Fiction?
I'm just doing press in New York for this book. But then I'll be touring this summer for the 6th Land of Stories book.
Great. And do you go and do signings at bookstores? And
I used to. Now I do.
But now your finger is in jeopardy.
Yeah, no, my finger is almost falling off. I'm so dainty. Now I do like these town hall type style where I'm on a stage and doing Q&As and stuff, and the readers tend to like that a lot better.
Do you sing in those as well?
I do not. No singing aloud. No. I would be too. I've got such great street cred when it comes to singing. I would never screw that up by doing it live.
Well, I think it's time to break out of that, that limitation.
Yeah, one day.
I'll be there on that day.
Oh, please do.
Applauding you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming into Sandyland.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to meet you after watching you grow up in front of our very eyes.
Oh, thanks.
And you've made a big impression on a lot of people.
Thank you. I'm happy to.
And I think you've been an inspiration for a lot of people and given them a lot of confidence.
Oh, well, thank you. I think you were probably the first gay character I ever saw on television, so thank you.
Well, we all do what we can to open people's minds,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Well, keep on rocking.
Thank you.
And we'll catch up with you on one coast or the other.
Cool.
And we'll be right back in Sandyland.